Hello and welcome to the Crossdressing Lifestyle channel. My name is Sophie Summers and today's video is all about my best two little friends and things that are very close to my heart, well actually technically close to my chest. They are these economy range of silicone breast forms. Now they're actually from the Transform Natural Look range. As you can see in this arm I have the traditional sort of teardrop shape, and this one here the more pronounced triangular shape. So what we're going to do in this video is go into in-depth about the available sizes, what they look and feel like once they're actually put into place. So if you'd like to find out a little bit more, please join me after the break. Hello and welcome back. Now I'd like to start off this review by looking at the triangular breast forms. Now this is the smallest one in the range. As I said in the introduction, it comes in 4 sizes. This is the size of 4 breast form. Now the way that they are or appear to be manufactured is you have an outer membrane that the silicone is actually encapsulated in, and it's more like a bag really, a heat sealed bag all the way around the outside here. The actual outside of the membrane is quite shiny, and I've tried applying some cosmetics onto it and it doesn't apply very easily, and it actually gets quite a little bit messy if I'm really honest. Also on these designs, as applicable to all of them in the range of these natural look ones, they've all got a form of nipple in there. You can just about see it. It's an inbuilt one. It lays just below the surface in the membrane with a tiny little projection you can see there. So this is the first one in their range and it's a size 4. Now you can see as I'm wearing it here, both from the front projection and as I turn onto the sides, it's not a great deal of projection on these ones, but it gives you an indication. Now on me, this is roughly equivalent to a A/B cup because I'm a 38 male chest size. So moving up a size and comparing them together side by side, this is the size 6 and this is the size 4. Now you can see there's quite a bit of jump in the size and the volume of them. Again, the basic design pattern fits them, applies to both of them, i.e. quite a disc out back on them and quite a good frontal projection. I would say these triangular ones give you that sort of supermodel implant look if you're looking for a breast form that gives you that front projected model sort of look. I think the triangles are pretty good. Now cutting over to this particular one in a bra here, you can see that there is slightly more projection on a 6 than there is on the 4 that was previously shown, both in the front and on the side projection there. So next up I'm going to compare the size 6 to the slightly larger size 8 range or size in here. As you can see with the 8 it has exactly the same sort of outline with the shiny membrane and the slightly built in nipple arrangement here and the dished out back to them. So let's have a little look at what they look like when they're on. And finally in the range is a size 10. Now I'm just going to like comparison, so we're just going to go up one size. So here we have the 10 compared to that of the 8. They've all got a little bit of movement in them and I'm quite impressed with the movement. The size 10 on me is roughly a double DE cup. There's a lot of volume in here, it's actually more than a handful as you can quite easily see. Quite pliable, and again it's the same format with the shiny skin on them or the shiny membrane and a dished back. Now let's have a little look at what they're like when they're popped into a bra. So finally I thought what I would do here as a matter of comparison really with the triangular ones, and finally just to sum up this little section on the triangular ones, is actually compare them. You know, the size 10, which is quite a large one, to the size 4 here, and look at them back to back or face to face if you like. It's quite a large size difference in the mass and also the weight of them as well. So in summary, on the triangular ones, as with the oval ones, you've got 4, 6, 8 and 10. I will put up a size chart here, coming up in the corner of this side, sorry, beg your pardon, so that you can find out which particular breast form will fit you. So let's move on to what's probably the most popular style, and that is this, what I refer to as an oval shape here, but it's also referred to as a teardrop design for obvious reasons, because held up like this it looks like a little teardrop, doesn't it? And on the back you've got a very small concave one. Now this style to me is probably the most versatile, and I think the most realistic style, because it can be worn vertical in the bra or horizontally, as you'll see in a minute when I show you the various sizes. This one is a size of 4, and on me it looks as though it's probably about a B cup at the most. So let's cut across and have a little look at that one. So let's do a little bit more of a comparison here. Now we've got the size. This is the size 4 we previously looked at, and this is the size 6. So it's a little bit bigger, you can see. Again, they're both very jiggly and got quite a nice little movement to them. Now if I refer this one, let's have a look at this one in the bra. So let's have a little look at comparing the size 6 with the size 8s. Again, it's a sort of a uniform growth between the two. There's the front and the back of both of them, so you can get an idea. And now moving on to them. This is a fair comparison between the size 10 in this hand and the size 8. Ooh, twisting that around, they're quite heavy these two. Again, let's have a look at them in the bra. So we've had a quick overview and have a look at both of the styles. My personal favourites are the ovals because of the versatility, particularly when you place them on the side with the wing tucked underneath or where your arm is. I think it's a very good natural daily look for you. I personally go for the size 6s as the maximum on my frame because I like to ensure that I'm a C or below if possible. That way I don't have to go up a dress or a blouse a size to make them fit. Now the purpose of this video really was to give you an idea that not all of the economy range breast forms are cheap and cheerful. These particular ones are incredibly well manufactured. What I would do is, in your search for the ideal pair, there are some of them out there that are more or less a solid sort of silicone shape. I would respectfully sort of guide you towards sort of away from those particular designs because once they're in the bra they are so unnatural looking, it's unbelievable. This range I think is very, very good value, highly engineered, and on average probably the lifespan of them, if they're treated fairly and evenly, is somewhere between sort of 6 and 8 years. You do have to take into consideration that silicone is a product that does break down in natural light, so eventually they are going to lose a bit of their luster, a bit of their shape, because the internal silicone is going to deteriorate a little bit. One other little sort of safety tip is that be careful when you get them around zips. I've got people that have caught the membrane in the zip, ripped the membrane. Now the silicone inside of it is not fluid, it's a sort of semi-set fluid, so it won't actually come pouring out. It's more like a gel that goes in there. You can sort of put a sticky plaster over it if you wish, but please take a little bit of extra care when you wear them, and don't get them trapped in those zips. It's happened to me a couple of times. So in conclusion, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it of interest. Please feel free to drop any comments down below. All comments are gratefully received. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It keeps us enthused and wanting to produce more and more videos for you out there. And all it remains for me to say is thank you very, very much for watching, and until the next time, please take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.